Auction.com claims to help you buy and sell properties at competitive prices, but is it really legit? In this video, we'll break down whether Auction.com is a trustworthy platform and what you need to know before using it. So let's start off with what is Auction.com, and I'll share my screen to kind of walk you through some of the narrative I'm talking about here. So this is Auction.com here, and it's just an online platform that primarily sells. So let's just pick a state here, Texas. And it primarily caters to, it's an online marketplace to buy and sell properties, and it primarily caters to bank-owned properties. So these is properties that already went through the foreclosure process and now the bank owns it. Foreclosed homes, these are properties that are up for like sheriff sale or tax sale at the local county levels. And you're going to have distressed homes through private sellers. And there's also, commercial real estate and multifamilies on here as well. So you have primarily single family, condo, townhomes, multifamily, which is, 2 to 5 units mostly, and then land. So those are the types of properties that they have to offer. And again, there's millions of users and thousands of listings out there, and it's one of the largest platforms for real estate auctions in the United States. You can kind of see here just in Texas alone, all the different colors of foreclosure, private sale, and REO out there. It's tons of properties. I think in the Texas state alone, what's their number here? Total property is 1254. So that's just one state. So another question we get a lot is, why do why do some people question the legitimacy of auction.com? And it's just they don't know it yet. Is this too good to be true type of thing people are thinking about? And so, concerns usually come about, many properties are sold in as is condition. So if it might not be ideal for the first time home buyer not going through something yet, if they want to walk and feel and touch in the property, because most of the properties on here are sold in as is. And it could include hidden risks if you don't know what you're doing or factor in those type of oops costs after you buy. And the auction process also moves quickly, right? Auction set for a certain date, and you got to bid in that window. So there's little time for not a long due diligence period. And then also, there's buyers that are required to pay these buyer's premium on some properties, which could be up to 5% of your bid price. And that could eat into your cost to close as well. So these are some primary concerns I've heard that are valid, but it doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing for auction.com. So how does auction.com ensure its transparency is another question we get a lot is auction.com provides a range of resources to help the user make informed decisions. If you go up here on the top, they got a help center, they got a glossary. So if we just go to the help center, go here. There we go. There's plenty of things to get you started. So before you even bid on the property, and it's a way you want to find a property, whether you're a homeowner or a real estate investor and haven't done auctions, I recommend spending some time on here watching their videos, getting to know the auction.com, frequently asked questions, whether it's an REO or foreclosure and more. So again, it's a really helpful guide to educate the user in everything that auction.com has to offer. And I highly recommend kind of going through some of this stuff. In addition, they got some glossaries. If you go down here, that's about us actually learn glossaries. If you ever have a word that you don't know, come here. They'll define it. A good example is there's two different types of bid deposits, right? For select properties, a bid deposit might be required during the registration period, and then certain customers might have to pay the bid deposit if they fail to buy a property before and they bid on it, type of thing. So they have a glossary of all the different words and definitions of them. So that's a very helpful guide too, as could be like learning a new language for some people when you go to the auction sites. The other thing they also have is, they have access to property details as well, right? Some properties are going to have details about it, photos, title report, tax records. There's clear bidding terms on the online platform. It's really easy just to click at a button. Once you do your due diligence, you kind of figure out what you want to bid. And then it's a secure payment process. Me and Paul, we've done a bunch of properties on auction.com over the years, and it's an easy way to pick up real estate investment properties. And the auction.com's main customers on the sell side are mostly banks, lenders, and government agencies, which adds credibility too if these institutions trust auction.com as well. So it's a legit platform. And if we go here to auction.com, what I was talking about earlier on some random properties, we just go bank owned, Texas. You'll see, additional information. I'll just pick a random property here. Go. It's being slow today. Here we go. So this property just has like five exterior photos. Probably had no interior, but you can see here clearly needs new roof and landscaping and other stuff. So the interior is probably not that great. And this is an example of a property that's actually not open to investors. Owner occupied properties is a first look program. So if you see this, you're an investor, you can't bid on it yet. It's to owner occupants first. So that's how auction.com ensures transparency. The next thing is, what are different user reviews and experiences out there? Most users report, positive experience, highlighting the straightforward auction process, opportunity to buy properties at below market prices, and it's just a good customer support during the transaction. And, some of the negatives probably from a site like this are, you're competing with cash buyers. A lot of people out here probably are investors. And if you're a traditional homeowner, it's probably there's certain inventory that's not even available to you on here because it's a cash only sale because an FHA loan might not cover this property because of all the repairs that it needs. So just be understanding of some of those pitfalls if you're a non-investor buyer. And then what do you want to watch out for? So if you want to ensure like a smooth experience, you want to research the property thoroughly before bidding. On our YouTube channel, we have plenty of videos out there on how to determine the values of properties called comping properties. So just type in comps in our channel and you'll find plenty of videos on there using free tools like Zillow. And then you want to, within the property here, you want to kind of review all the terms. Like this property does have buyer's premium on it, so it's going to be an additional 5%. Whereas sometimes it says NA or not applicable. This is a cash only sale, so you're not going to get like an FHA loan on it. Agents can be compensated on this. There's no interior access. So within each property, be aware of all these terms and potential fees and deposit requirements and everything else. And lastly, if you're new, consult a local real estate agent or an attorney title company to kind of walk you through the closing process. Use the agent up front to kind of, get someone to confirm your values. That, if I bid this amount, it's still going to be a good deal because I put, 50K into it and it'll be worth this much later. And then obviously you don't want to just close yourself using a local attorney or title company to handle that process for you as well, making sure you get clean title. So yeah, auction.com is a legitimate platform and it has helped thousands of people buy and sell real estate. And however, it's not risk-free, right? You're buying a lot of properties as is and sometimes sight unseen. So you got to do your due diligence, you got to understand the process. But me and Paul use platforms like this all the time to buy our investment properties, and it's a great and efficient way for us. So just remember the key to success here is be prepared and be persistent because properties do come back on auction. So curious to hear what your folks, what you people have you used auction.com? What's your experience been? Feel free to put them in the comments below. Happy to answer any additional questions or create new videos to help address your questions. Hope you got some value out of this. And if you did, smash the like button and feel free to share the video with anyone you think that might benefit from it. Thanks.